Okay. Hope guys that my screen is visible to you, all of you. Is it okay? So now we are moving towards a new chapter. Okay. So from today we start a new chapter of computer architecture, which is our chapter number 4. And here we learn about memory architecture, right? So, mm, Neo, should we wait for Satyam or not? Just not Leo. I'm asking with Neo. Neo. Just show me thumbs up if we should. Okay, I think that we should continue. Okay. So today we are starting from our next chapter, which is memory architecture. Basically, we understand the different type of memories which are available for us in our computer, right? So we are starting from registers, which we have already studied in the previous class as well, right? Registers are the smallest and the fastest memory inside the CPU. We just take a look on it. We are not going deep inside any of them, right? We just take an upper look from all of these memories, right? So register is the one which is the smallest and fastest memory inside the CPU. It stores data and instruction currently being processed, right? What is the key characteristic? It is inside the CPU. It is fastest memory. Its size is very small, from bytes to KB, and it is volatile. Volatile meaning if any memory is volatile, it means के उसके अंदर कोई भी मतलब टास्क जो होता है वो या जो भी डाटा होता है वो ज्यादा देर तक के लिए रहता नहीं है, राइट? मतलब जैसे ही आपका टास्क खत्म होगा उसके बाद जस्ट उसकी जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है वो वहां से निकल जाती है, राइट? ऐसी मेमोरीज को हम कहते हैं वॉलेटाइल मेमोरी। ओके। इसके भी बहुत सारे मतलब अंदर वो होते हैं जैसे प्रोग्राम काउंटर, इंस्ट्रक्शन रजिस्टर। वी हैव स्टडीड अबाउट दिस, राइट? रजिस्टर yesterday. Now we are moving to next memory, which is cache memory, right? Cache is the very fast memory between the CPU and RAM. Might be that you have listened about cache, right? What is the purpose of cache? Its purpose is to reduce the time required to access frequently used data. Means firstly, जब भी हम किसी वेबसाइट को या किसी भी न्यू वी कैन से लोकेशन को एक्सेस करने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो जब हम उसको फर्स्ट टाइम करते हैं तो एक्चुअली उसका एक कैशे बन के हमारे सिस्टम में स्टोर हो जाता है, राइट? उसका जो कैशे बन के वो हमारे सिस्टम में स्टोर हो जाता है, मतलब हम उसको एज अ लॉग्स कह सकते हैं, राइट? ओके। हम उसको एक तरीके से लॉग्स कह सकते हैं, मतलब एक हिस्ट्री हमारे पास एक बन के तैयार हो जाती है जो भी वेबसाइट हम रेंडर करते हैं उसकी, राइट? ताकि हम जब भी उसको नेक्स्ट टाइम दोबारा करें, स्टार्ट करें, या दोबारा हम उस सेम वेबसाइट या पेज पे विजिट करें तो हमको उतना टाइम ना लगे जितना कि हमको फर्स्ट टाइम पे लगा था, राइट? और उसी के लिए होता है कैशे मेमोरी, राइट? टू स्टोर कैशे। डिड यू गॉट द मीन ऑफ कैशे, राइट? व्हाट्स द पर्पस ऑफ कैशे? या ओके, you already know that. Leo, did you know that? Means did you got the purpose? Okay. Now, some key characteristics are it is faster than RAM, smaller than RAM. It also volatile in nature, means don't store informations for a long time, and it only stores recently or frequently used data, right? Means it can be said that it is the reason why it is known as volatile. It only store recently data, right? Now there are three types of cache available for us, right? Three type of cache memory are available for us, which is L1, L2, and L3, right? L1 cache is the fastest and the smallest cache ever, right? While L2 cache is medium, means its speed is also what we should say moderate, and its size is also moderate, right? While L3 has largest speed but slowest among cache, right? Means its speed is slowest, but its size is largest, right? So there are three levels of cache, means three types of cache. For example, okay, opening Chrome again in faster. Okay, yeah, that is the same example which I have told you about कि जब भी हम दोबारा मतलब अगर हम Chrome को हमने एक बार स्टार्ट किया है, जब हम उसको दोबारा स्टार्ट करेंगे तो वो फास्ट लोड होगा क्योंकि वो उसका जो एक कैश है वो बन के हमारे कैश मेमोरी में स्टोर हो चुका है, राइट? Now we did you got the cache memory? It basically stores cache, right? Yeah, okay. And now we are moving to RAM. I don't know where is Neo. Okay, I think that he went away. May I take a look? Yeah, okay. Recording is yes. So now we are moving to our third kind of memory, which is RAM, random access memory. We all have studied about that. RAM is the main memory used. RAM is the main memory used while programs are running, right? Means whenever we run program, so to handle it fast, RAM comes into the game, right? अगर हम कोई भी ऐप या कोई भी एप्लीकेशन नया चालू करते हैं तो वो एक नए प्रोसेस को ट्रिगर करती है, और वो जो नया प्रोसेस ट्रिगर होता है या जो नया प्रोसेस चालू होता है उस प्रोसेस को स्पीड अप करने के लिए रैम का यूज किया जाता है, राइट? इट टेम्परली स्टोर्स एक्टिव प्रोग्राम्स एंड डाटा। वही मतलब जो प्रोग्राम से जो प्रोसेसेस एक्टिव होंगी सिर्फ उन्हीं का डाटा ये स्टोर करता है रैम, राइट? एक्सेप्ट दैट नथिंग। इससे क्या होगा कि जितना ज्यादा इस पर लोड कम होगा, जितना ज्यादा कम डाटा कैरी करेगा उतना ज्यादा फास्ट होगा, राइट? इट इज ऑल्सो वोलेटाइल इन नेचर, फास्टर देन SSD and HSD, right? Soft, I forget, it's a hard disk drive, right? HDD means hard disk drive. It is faster than SSD and HDD and larger than cache. Make sure that there are two different kind of points, right, which are described here. Here it is, it informs about the size, while here it is informs about speed, right? Now it can be read and written. Okay, we can read it. For example, VS Code, Chrome, and games run from RAM, right? अभी मैं जहाँ पे यहाँ पे जो नोटपैड पे जो आपको हाईलाइट कर करके बता रहा हूँ, ये जो कर्सर ऊपर नीचे अप डाउन कर रहा हूँ, या फिर यहाँ पे जो हमारा गूगल मीट चल रहा है, राइट? ऑल आर रन फ्रॉम कैश, सॉरी रैम, राइट? होप दैट यू गॉट रैम. Okay, Leo, you got it? Leo. Okay, okay. Now we are moving to ROM, read-only memory. It is the permanent memory that stores firmware. Okay, here a new term described to us, firmware, right? What is it? It is basically us, means if we say in our own word, then it is the software of hardware, right? Whenever we start our computer or our systems, firstly, firmware, means there are different kind of firmwares. For example, BIOS, UEFI, right? They actually trigger and check the whole requirement of a system, right? जब भी आप कोई नया मतलब जब भी आप कोई सिस्टम चालू करते हैं, कंप्यूटर जब भी आप चालू करते हैं तो उसमें फर्मवेयर नाम का एक सॉफ्टवेयर होता है, राइट? इस सॉफ्टवेयर का काम होता है कि हम मतलब वो पूरे जितना भी सीपीयू, मतलब जितना भी सीपीयू और जितना भी चीज होता है, A to Z हमारे जो डिवाइस में लगा होता है, उसको वो चेक करता है कि हर चीज सही जगह लगी है कि नहीं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल कि अगर आपका कभी मे भी ऐसा हो सकता है कि हमारा कोई ऐसा हार्डवेयर डिवाइस है जो कि अच्छे से उसमें कनेक्ट ना हो, राइट, अच्छे से मदरबोर्ड में कनेक्ट ना हो, सो इट विल साइन अस, राइट। ये अपन को बताएगा कि एक्चुअली में ये प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है यहाँ पे। फर्स्टली आप उसको सही करिए, आफ्टर दैट वी विल स्टार्ट, यू कैन स्टार्ट योर मशीन, राइट। व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ, ओके, this is only firmware, right? ROM is the permanent memory that stores firmware, right? Hope you got the difference, right? The purpose of ROM is to store boot instruction permanently. Firmware actually is means the software which have a boot instructions, right? That how a machine have to boot itself. These instructions and this information is carried by firmware and it is stored in the ROM, right? The key characteristics are non-volatile, means it's permanently, this is the first memory which we have studied in this memory architecture, whose nature is non-volatile, right? Means it permanently stores the data. Which data? The boot instruction and the processes. It permanently stores into the ROM, right? Data remain after the power off as well, because if data will lost, then whenever we power on next time, so we are not able to get the full healthcare checkup of our system. Mostly read only, right? You are unable to write it on your own, means you can't make changes, right? Read only means you can't make changes in that. For example, if you change anything in these boot instructions, maybe that your device will not work. That's why it is read only. And here we have discussed that it can be ROM, right? Yeah, RAM. RAM can be read as well as written. Means we can make changes into the random access memory while not in ROM, right? We can only see the ROM. For example, BIOS and UEF. BIOS are the firmware which is stored in the ROM, right? And UEFI as well. Now we are moving to, okay, hope that ROM purpose is clear to you all, right? Okay. Unique. Okay. Now we are moving to our next, uh, what? Yeah, next memory architecture. Next type of memory, which is SSD, solid state drive. Right now, most of the computers and the systems using this SSD instead of HDD, hard disk drive, right? So what is it? What's special in it? SSD is a permanent storage device using flash memory, right? It uses flash memory. I think that I have written. Okay, no, I haven't written what it is. Okay. Store operating system, files, and applications, and everything from the operating system to the important files to the application, your photo, picture, data, everything was stored in the SSD, right? For example, if I open this notepad application or this document is actually stored in SSD, right? It is non-volatile, means if we just close this memory, or if in any case that this SSD will shut down, then its data will not erase. It is very fast. Actually, it's I wrote here that it's very fast, but as compared to the upper ones, it is slower, right? It is very slower as compared to upper ones. No moving parts. I don't know why I added. Okay, just wait. I think I should. Yeah. So more reliable than HDD. It is more reliable than HDD, hard disk drive, right? For example, Windows boots much faster from an SSD. Windows is an operating system, right? Here, window means to the operating system which is stored on our computer, right? If the same Windows operating system will be stored on hard disk drive, then it take lot more time, right? And you can actually realize it if you have any old computer, right, in which you don't have SSD, in which you have only HDD. In my old laptop, I have HDD, means hard disk drive in that laptop instead of SSD because it's of old version. So I actually have to wait for a very long time, right, for just accessing my OS. Okay, after SSD, we are moving to our next drive, which is hard disk drive. HDD is a storage device, same like that, right? It is a permanent storage device. It is also a permanent storage device that uses spinning magnetic disk. Did you know that what is the meaning of spinning magnetic disk? Okay, you don't know. Okay, just wait, just wait. I think I should use ChatGPT here to make it simple. Stupid. Is what we have to take. What is spinning magnetic disk? Spinning magnetic disk is a rotatory circular plate that store magnetic. Okay, it actually it basically talks about our CD. Yes, hope that you connected. How many of you have seen the compact disc CD? सीडी पे पहले के टाइम पे आता था, या हाँ वही वाले सीडी का यहाँ पे बात हो रहा है, राइट? कि ये जो एच डी डी होता है ये स्पिनिंग मैग्नेटिक फील्ड्स के थ्रू डाटा स्टोर कराता था, राइट? यस, हाँ, यहाँ पे जो स्पिनिंग मैग्नेटिक डिस्क जो बोला गया है इसको ये वही डिफाइन करने के लिए बोला गया है, ओके? कि जिस टाइप से सीडी डाटा स्टोर करती थी, सेम हेयर HDD or hard disk drive also follows the same process to store their data. What is the purpose of it? Its purpose is long-term storage of file, right? Same like that. It can also store files for a long term. It is non-volatile, means store data for a long time and will not erase after if we just shut down our machine or our system, right? It is slower than SSD. It is a mechanical part and cheaper per GB. Okay, here it is compared, its price is actually compared with the amount of data, right? It is more cheaper as compared to SSD, right? Because it is fast, it is slow, but as it is slow, so its rate is cheaper, but it is fast, and therefore its rate is a little bit high as compared to hard disk drive. Older laptops commonly use HDD, just like mine one. I have HP Lightbook 8470P. So, okay. Now we are moving to a next topic, which is memory hierarchy. Okay. Did everyone understand till here? We have studied 6 kind of drives, right? Each have different purposes. First is register. It stores and it stores instructions and data which is currently processed. Cache memory reduces the time required to access frequently data, and RAM stores active programs and data. Then we comes to ROM, which stores boot instruction permanently. Then we come SSD, which store operating system files applications, and then we have hard disk drive, which is long term, with whose purpose is long term storage of files. We basically have to remember their purposes and their names, right? Nothing, anything, not outside of it. Now we are moving to memory hierarchy. Here in this hierarchy, it is arranged from fastest to slowest. Means the upper one will be the fastest, and the lower one will be the slowest, right? In terms of speed, in terms of data transfer, and also from smallest to largest means here we compare size. Firstly, we compare their speed or bandwidth, and then we compare its size, right? Means the first one is the fastest and the smallest, right? And the last one is the slowest but the largest. We have large amount of hard disk drive, uh, then a bit less in SSD, then less in RAM, then level 3 cache, then level 2 cache, then level 1 cache, and then registers. Registers have the smallest space to store, right? But the most fastest is also the register one, while SSD is the slowest, right? Here, speed order. In speed order, we can see that register is fastest, then cache, then RAM, SSD, HDD, then size. Here as well, register. Sorry, here SSD have largest, then SSD, RAM, cache. Cost per GB, right? It is basic. We need not to take a look on this, but I think that with this you can understand that why the systems are becoming more expensive. Now, if you have listened that in the news that we are use very less amount of HDD and we are more moving towards SSD. So as SSD is more expensive than SDD, hence our devices are also become expensive day by day, right? Uh, okay, and this is in terms of GB, right? GB means the data, gigabyte. Uh, why memory hierarchy? Okay, it is just a simple that why we use hierarchy. So it is just to balance or to compare all the drives on the basis of speed, capacity, and cost. Now we are okay. Hope that you all have yeah, you all have understand it. Neo and Leo. Did you both understand? Please show me the thumbs up. Okay, I think Leo is not here. Now, okay, now we have few questions for you. Why do CPU use cache? I think that today I have to answer with myself. No, no, no. We have Unique. Unique, can you please tell me that why do CPU use cache? Yes, try, just try.
Yeah, just wait for a while. Everything.
Okay, let me answer that. CPU uses caches so that it can process fast, right? It can process the information as fast. Uh, because if it takes the data from RAM, then at micro scale level, it has to travel a lot of distance, right? We have already discussed all these things yesterday as well. Then why RAM is called volatile because it don't store data once we hmm, either power off, once our system will either power off or something like that. Uh, what is stored in ROM? Okay. Now I think that Unique, you can answer it. What is stored in ROM? Did you remember?
No, yeah, that.
Here we have ROM. Its purpose is to boot instruction permanently, right? Store boot
Actually, I don't know the meaning of those.
boot. Okay. So
Yeah,
boot actually means whenever you start your computer, right? Whenever you
yes.
start your machine or computer. For example, let me see you example here. I'm using VMware, which is a virtual, means you can say it a platform through. Okay, see this process, right? It actually, this is known as booting. Here is also written that booting in 1 second, right? It whenever you start any machine or your computer as well, you have to means a machine have to boot itself, right? Means actually load. Boot means simply load, right? It have to actually load on RAM so that it can work. Simply you can understand this in the simplest terms. अगर आपको मशीन चालू करना है तो उसको आपको आपके मेमोरीज पे लोड करना पड़ेगा और अगर आपको या ब्रो Ethan, did you have any doubt? Just wait, bro, just wait. Sorry. Oh, okay. What are the topics I missed? Actually, you missed about a whole memory architecture, right? We are at the end of our chapter 4. Okay. So, just in around something around 5 minutes, we are starting our new chapter, which is system communication. Okay, Lunik, did you got it that what is boot? Boot is a process through which, yeah, through which our machine will start. Simply, you can understand like that. Uh, now, okay, so ROM store all the information, essential information, or you can say BIOS, uh, so that our machine will boot as fast as it can. Now, why is cache smaller than RAM? It is simply because less the size of the storage architecture of the memory, the faster it will be. जितना कम साइज होगा हमारे मेमोरी का उतनी ही ज्यादा वो फास्ट तरीके से लोड होगी, राइट? इसको अगर हम नॉर्मल अपनी लाइफ में लें तो भी ऐसे ही होता है, अगर हम ज्यादा बाहर लेके चलेंगे तो हमारा स्पीड कम होगा, वाइल अगर हम बाहर कम लेके चलेंगे तो हम ज्यादा दूर तक चल सकते हैं. होप यू गॉट इट राइट. Okay, bro, I'm just having some problem in my Bluetooth internal Wi-Fi card. I am hearing noise in the background. I'm just fixing, so just you guys continue. I'm here. Okay, bro. Yeah. Is my screen visible to you all right? Okay. So we are going to wrap it up our chapter number 4, which is memory architecture here, right?